Hi everyone, my name is Helen Sung, and I am so pleased that you're joining us for the final episode of my digital residency, Reorientation Asian American Artists Out Loud. For this final program, I'm so excited to welcome hip hop MC and rapper Heesun Lee.
Save hip hop, that's what I'm going after. Yeah, and they say that lyricism died. Well, I'ma bring it back to life. Watch this song revive. Every mind hypnotized by these current trends. See what music needs to stop streaming. Their current ends. Yeah, I hope you got that. I got love for every female, I don't knock that. And if you trying to change the game, don't ever stop that. Make a difference with the industry, don't wanna block that. Yeah.
She has the most amazing story, and she's just the ideal of what I wanted to do with this program, which is focus on elevating other Asian American artists from different disciplines and bringing them together with my jazz quartet and seeing what happens. As you could see and hear from that clip from one of Heesun's videos, she has a compelling message of empowerment, affirming women and young people, breaking down barriers, and creating community. So in that spirit, I want to offer my quartet's performance of a piece I wrote in tribute to Khalif Browder. His life tragically ended much too soon, and yet he has been a vital force in confronting and bringing change to the many problems of the American prison system. Performed with John Ellis on tenor saxophone, Rick Rosato on the bass, and E.J. Strickland on drums, this is Lament for Khalif Browder. I haven't played with a rapper before, and creating musical tracks that would be supportive for her rhyming and the verses was a really fun thing to do. So let's just get right to it. We're going to welcome Heesun to the bandstand with my wonderful quartet, John Ellis on flute and saxophone, E.J. Strickland on the drums, and David Wong on the bass. We hope you enjoy.
So I wrote this song. It's about racism, and with everything that's been going on lately, nobody can deny that we need more love, we need more acceptance, we need more unity, and I thought this was a great opportunity to talk about it, to let people know that there's hope out there. There's peace. There is unity. There's people that want to come together. There's people that want to unite. And what greater way than to do it through music? Music could heal so many people. It's so powerful. So it's a great opportunity to be able to share this through music with a live band behind me. And I hope you guys get inspired. You guys get encouraged. Talk to people you never talked to before. Just to make a difference within your own world. And you can see how many great things could happen from that. So, yeah. Hey, yeah, come on. We gotta aim for greater. Don't even think about later. This is major. Show the people what we're made of. I'ma shoot straighter. Get this word through your heart. Loving people, they kinda grew apart. I'm summing up everything I've seen lately. Racism always finds a way to face me. Makes me wanna question this whole life. How we're never living right, never wanna fight. See a better day, go and give our future sight. Why we living out of fear? For too scared to make a change. Why we here? For take away racism for a day or two. See another race, think of what they say to you. Possibilities that we never go for. Stay in our own bubble, that's what we're known for. We gotta make a change, this is what I hope for. Come on. Hey. Love, where you at? Come on. Love, where you at? Come on. Love. See love and it's chilling in the corner. People keep walking, they just ignore her. They can't see her cause their life's out of order. Their values are gone, they can't afford her. It's funny that we hate what this world's coming to, but everything we said we never be is coming true. See our comfort zones, it's where we're running to. Gotta step out the box, who got the stomach too? Wondering right now, could we make it happen? Trying to wake these people up cause they busy napping. Wanna see a difference and you gotta take action. No excuses, no distraction. Let's love more, hate less, no stress. Stay blessed, live for better, that's the meaning of success. Put your hands up if you with me, say yes. Only got one life, give it your best. Come on, let's go. Hey, yeah. Love, where you at? Love, where you at? Come on, yeah. Live for better. You gotta live for better. Come on, hey. Love, where you at? Come on, yeah. Let's love more, hate less. Let's love more, hate less. Come on. Let's love more, hate less. Stay blessed, y'all. Stay blessed, y'all. Come on. Let's love more, hate less. Yeah. Yeah. Next song that we're going to be performing for you guys is called Gorgeous, and it is basically talking about how we are gorgeous, not on just on the outside, but on the inside as well. A lot of times people in society base things off of other things that aren't necessarily important, and we have to learn to love ourselves, love each other, and know that no matter what you've been through, where you're going in life, anything, that we are truly gorgeous. So hope you guys enjoy. Yeah. Come on. Yo, it's funny growing up the way that I imagine life. I never realized all the things that I would sacrifice. Always dreaming big, Hoping like shooting for the stars, laying bars down, open mics. Spoke to life, all my visions I was living just to pursue every passion, every call that God has given to me. Listen to me, I don't follow no one else's calling. I keep it moving even on the days you see me crawling. It's appalling, they don't go beyond the surface. Or people go through their whole life and never know their purpose. Yeah, you heard this before, it's like that seesaw. They riding back and forth on their path, they always detour. No need for, I know my life is on the right track. It doesn't matter what they thinking, I don't write back. Korean bars coming through if you don't like that. Feeling gorgeous anyway, you can never fight that. Come on, hey. Yo. Come on. So what's it like to have this gorgeous point of view? People trying to take a stand but have no voice to use. Go and let them know you living right where you belong. Taking pride in who you becoming is how you move along. Live your life with no regrets, never contemplate. Take advantage of your time, never stop and wait. That's that gorgeous living, that's that gorgeous living. Loving every part of you, that's that gorgeous living. Make decisions that'll always keep you growing. You showing people that you moving through the deepest oceans. Life can be complicated, never confiscated. Jesus made you in his perfect image, don't mistake it. Go embrace it, every part of you, no limitations. Always be the real you, that's intimidation. Everywhere you go and no one can ignore this. No matter what you've been through, you tell them that you're gorgeous. Yeah, come on. Gorgeous, yeah, I am gorgeous. I am gorgeous. Come on, ladies. Hey, you are gorgeous. You are gorgeous. You are gorgeous. Everybody, come on. We are gorgeous. We are gorgeous. We are gorgeous.
Awesome. I hope you all enjoyed that as much as we did. And I said at the beginning, Heesun has an amazing story. So now let's take a listen as we sat down for a conversation. So I am totally just excited to have hip hop MC, rapper Heesun Lee with me today, and just such a delight to meet you and get to interact with
and
you.
vice versa.
Thank you
Yeah.
to collaborate in
Yeah.
a way that I've never done before.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Really? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to hear your story. First of all, how did you get into rapping? I know you're from the area.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
you?
I am from Staten Island, New York. So it's literally a ferry, couple trains away from New York City. So yeah, it's
So let me ask you,
Yeah.
that TV show NYPD Blue, is that accurate? Of Staten Island?
I don't watch it too much. My parents actually watch it a lot.
Oh, really?
The glimpses that I saw, it looked pretty decent. Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So being in New York City, I mean, like you said, you're just all around culture and diversity. And then I just got into hip hop well, Staten Island is not so, I guess, as diverse as the other boroughs, but I don't know, I think being adopted in my whole life story, trying to find my place and loving to write, getting into poetry and just writing my own stories. I started listening to hip hop because hip hop is popular no matter what state you're from.
How old were you when you first started listening?
I was like young. I was like maybe 13 or something. I was 11.
Wow.
Because I remember 1994, only people who are really into hip hop will know this, but there was a rapper called Warren G. I don't know if you know Warren G?
Oh, no,
You're
sorry.
well, he's from the West Coast. And then he put out an album, and I don't know how I got my hands on it, and I loved it. And I remember rapping it in my mom's red minivan, and she totally wanted to kill me because there's curse words in it, and I was just rapping it. I was like, oh my God, I love this. And then it just kind of kept going from there. I just love the feel of rapping on a beat and rhyming, and I said, hey, let me write my own stuff. So as from 11 on, little Cat in the Hat rhymes turned into, oh my God, I love talking about my struggles and things that I go through, and it just manifested into something bigger, and
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So did you find like-minded people at school, or how did you find a community? This was really just by yourself.
Yeah. So like in Staten Island, like as I said, is not as musically inclined, I would say, and not as many diverse populations. So I remember when I was in high school and I was telling some of my friends that I wanted to rap, they were all pretty much laughing at me. But I guess that's expected, who really hears that when you're 15, 16 years old? Well, I was a little bit older than that, but yeah, it was kind of a joke. But I would have like my cassette player or CDs or whatever we had at that time, and then I would just record myself on a karaoke machine, and I let some of my friends hear it, and they're like, okay, you sound decent.
Wow.
But nothing like you're gonna make a career out of this type of thing. But I didn't care. I took it seriously. So
I'm so impressed because I feel like, especially at that age, I remember in my early teens where it's so hard to feel like if you don't have like a posse around you or a community to support you or doing the same thing. So
yeah,
kudos to you for just persevering and being brave enough to share it and just continuing to write and to perform and record. That's really amazing. Well, you mentioned that you were adopted, and were you very young? Do you remember anything about what the experience was?
I don't. I was adopted when I was 4 months from Seoul, Korea, and then I came to Staten Island directly after that. And my parents are Chinese American. Wow. My dad was born in Manhattan, Chinatown area, and my mom was born in Brooklyn. And my mom speaks like Brooklyn-y, Chinese-y, whatever you want to call it. My dad, who grew up in Chinatown, his father, who only spoke Chinese, really didn't learn much Chinese. It was weird. I to this day, I look at my dad sometimes. I don't get it, but he knows words here and there. But anyway, we grew up in a very Americanized household, and because I was from Korea, and then when I got to high school and I saw all these other Korean people, it's like culture shock. You're trying to figure out who you are, where you belong, and I'm like, okay, I'm this, but I'm not this, and craziness. So I think that's what also drove me to do music. Is sometimes that's the only outlet you have. You can't talk to somebody, they don't understand what you're going through. And I also found God at that time. My friend invited me to her church, and so a lot of different things were going on, and I used my Christianity and my love for music and writing, and I put them together, and I just started writing stuff about how I felt and kind of using it towards glorifying God. And so it was nice. It all worked out in its own way.
I love that.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about the whole, how do we identify? Because that's something that I think I'm going to be on a journey with for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. Asian American, all these new terms, AAPI, and just a disconnect I feel inside between just maybe culturally how I identify, and I know I don't look that way. Like, what was it like in Staten Island, New York City? Because I grew up in Houston, Texas, and definitely, like all of us got my share of, of the rude labels they have for us and stuff like that. And
it was rough. It wasn't, I wasn't getting it a lot, but even to this day, my daughters go to a school and it's predominantly white, and there's more Asians, there's more different races now than when I was younger, but it's still evident, my younger daughter, she had a thing with her teacher asking if she spoke English. It's like, come on,
Or, wow, you don't speak with an accent.
Yes.
That's another one.
But, the teacher said it in front of the whole class. So it's like, because my daughter's very shy, so she didn't answer her. So instead of just thinking she's shy, she thought she didn't speak English. So it's things that, that I experienced too growing up. I remember one time they were making those like Chinese jokes, pretending they're speaking Chinese. So my mom was next to me, and she just turned around really fast, and she's like, "You got a problem?" And she said it in like a Brooklyn accent. So they got so, oh my God, she speaks English. And so they just kept it moving. So it's things like that. You kind of get a shell, you build a shell around you because you know that this is what's expected, and, it's almost like you don't know life sometimes without feeling sometimes where somebody's judging you based off of your race. And, I think sometimes I also do take it too seriously. It's like maybe somebody doesn't care, if you're Asian or if you're different, but I think I always have that on me because of how I grew up and the people I were around sometimes. Not saying that, like I said, it was not always like that, but it's just those few instances that kind of stick with you, because to this day I still remember all those moments. So
well, recently in the past, I would say 5 to 8 years, I've had more opportunities to perform in Asia. And funny story, Koreans actually think I'm Korean.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought you were. When I was like, is she Korean? But
I'll have Korean folks come up on the street and speak Korean to me, and I'm like, oh, sorry. And I was playing this jazz festival in Taiwan where my parents grew up. They were born in China, but they emigrated to Taiwan. And in the program, they said Korean American pianist Helen Sung, and I went up to one of the contact people for the festival. I said, why is this like this? I'm Chinese. But the reaction was totally not what I expected. They said, oh, you're Chinese, your parents grew up in Taiwan, you're one of us. And there's this embrace, like both physical and just metaphorical, that I never experienced before. And it was so moving, and I felt like I'm starting to integrate that part of myself. So, you know, we were talking a little bit earlier, and you said you had been back to Korea, and is Korea somewhere you've always wanted to go, or what was it like?
So when I first went, I was doing it it was a Korean hip hop TV show.
Oh, wow.
And I auditioned for it, and I got it. So I went, and this was literally in the span of 2 weeks it happened. I auditioned, they said, hey, you're going to Korea. And then I went. And so I had to bring my whole family with me because it was just, I don't want to make this too long, but I had to bring 2 of my girls. My husband took off work. My mom came with me because she wanted to help me with my kids because they were younger at the time. So I had to bring my whole family with me to Korea, which I've never been to ever since I was born. So that was like, it was 2017, 4 years ago, so 35. I was like over 30 years, you know? And so I'm thinking this is where I was adopted. My real parents are here, like this is where my life started, and I don't have time to process that because I'm trying to win a show,
right,
and take care of my kids.
You're competing over
there.
I'm
competing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I'm competing, and it's a show that's all in Korean, and I don't speak any Korean, so a lot of people are asking, so then why did you audition for the show? Well, I wanted exposure, and I wanted my fan base to grow, so it's a lot of different things going on there. So it was hard because everyone's speaking Korean. There's a few people who are able to speak English, and I'm dealing with cultural,
just like dunk in and out. Wow.
And I couldn't even like embrace the fact that I'm in Korea. This is where I'm from, because I was literally just filming the show.
Probably in a bubble, right? Like
I couldn't really go anywhere. You can't even tell anyone you're there because they're filming. So then once I got eliminated, I left like 2 days later. We went to the supermarket, and that was my experience in Korea. Oh, let's go here.
Do you want to go back?
I do. I did go back again.
You did go back
I went
again.
2019. We did like a little tour.
Okay.
It was a Christian tour. It was very nice. So that was a better experience because I got to tour all over South Korea.
Nice.
But on the personal aspect, I couldn't really do anything. It was all for music.
I understand. Touring, people say, oh, you go to so many amazing places, and like, you don't understand.
Right.
You do your show, you go to the hotel, and then you wake up and you leave for the next city.
Yeah, you're not really experiencing the culture there. So I want to go back again and bring my family with me again, and then really just take in being in Korea, and this is where I'm from, and getting to know, you know.
Yeah, I hope you can just go there just to be there.
Yeah, I know. And then COVID hits, and then it's like, you're not going. So.
Well, maybe not this year, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe next year. Yeah.
Coming.
Now, have you ever been to Korea? Or
Yes, I've been. I play with this jazz band called the Mingus Big Band, and they had a tour. We played in Seoul and Ulsan.
Ulsan, I've heard of Ulsan.
I just.
Is that near Seoul, or
It was.
Like not too far.
I think it was a good drive though. It was at least 4 to 5 hour drive.
Wow.
But I don't know where it is in the country. But I remember I had the best Korean barbecue ever.
Yes. Yeah. Korean food you can't deny. Yeah. That was one good thing about the tour, is that we kept eating.
And it's all so good.
It's so good. Yeah.
Well, what's next for you on the horizon? I mean, I'm just so in awe of you as you're a wife, you're a mother, you're an artist, you're just, I think your message in what you want to communicate through your art is just so beautiful. What do you want to do next?
Yeah, no, thank you. So right now, I've been doing music for a while, so I'm working on now putting out singles, and we're some projects in the works and stuff, so I'm probably going to announce within the coming year. Nice. But on the more personal side, I'm trying to go. I'm not trying. I'm in grad school right now. I'm trying to get my master's in special education, and that's a different side of me. I like to educate. I'm actually part of this New York City. It's a New York City organization called Thrive Collective, and they take hip hop and they go to different public schools and they teach these youth, elementary kids, rhyming and rapping, but doing it in an encouraging way, helping them to, unify and talk about things that they go through, but sharing it in an uplifting way. So shout out to Thrive Collective for bringing me on board. So I like educating. I like going into classrooms. So I think this is another aspect of my life that I want to pursue, not just being in front of a stage, but also being in front of a classroom. So
who knows how many 11-year-olds are there?
I know, and they
ready, waiting to
be
rhyme.
the next rapper. You never know. So.
Well, thank you so much. You said during when we were playing through one of the songs how this music brings us together, and it also, you said earlier how it helps you deal with things and just make sense of the world. And I just think God's beauty and love just shines through you and your message.
And like I keep saying, and you as well.
Thank you.
It's amazing how music is just so different. Like I could do it through rapping, and you do it being on the piano, and just everyone together doing it and having our own gift and coming together. I think that's amazing, and that's like a language in itself. So
yeah, hopefully we'll do it again.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Heesun Lee, hip hop MC.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us for this final episode of my digital residency, Reorientation Asian American Artists Out Loud. I hoped to give a glimpse, to give a better idea of just the amazing range, the depth, the creativity of Asian Americans in the arts. I want to thank again the wonderful musicians who shared their talents, John Ellis on saxophone and flute and bass clarinet, Rick Rosato and David Wong on bass, E.J. Strickland on the drums, Venetia Gould, vocals. I also want to thank Samuel Martinelli, videographer, and the organization that made this all possible, Chamber Music America, through its Residency Endowment Fund. And how about it for these amazing artists who share their time and talent for this residency? Thank you to multidisciplinary artist Amanda Pong Botipakia, poet and writer Serena Yang, and rapper Heesun Lee. We'll end today's program with a piece I wrote fairly recently. I call this one Whatever. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, lovely, admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, let us dwell on such things.
Yo.